Hi. In the last lecture, we have studied about CL and PL. In this lecture, we'll talk about sick leave, maternity and paternity leave and sabbatical leave. What is sick leave? It is availed when employees are sick or unwell. Okay, so when you're sick or you're unwell, you can take sick leave. Employer have to submit medical certificate to avail such leave if leaves are more than 2 or 3 days. Suppose you are taking sick leave for 2 or 3 days, okay, like common coughing cold, then it's okay. You don't have to submit your medical certificate and you can take this leave. But if you are taking more than 2 or 3 days of sick leave, then you have to submit medical certificate. This leave also differs from state to state. Okay, so this also varies from state to state according to different state laws. Like in Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh, it is 12 days. In some companies, it is 15 days. So it varies. This also can be availed for half day. So sick leave, you can take half day of leave. Okay. So suppose you have 12 days of leave. So you can take 24 half day leave and half day pay can be deducted from your salary. Half pay leave, we can say that. Now next is maternity and paternity leave. So what is maternity leave? It is granted to a female employee for a period not exceeding 6 months or 26 weeks on any one occasion. So as we all know, maternity means when you are pregnant, when a lady is pregnant, she can take maternity leave, okay, for not exceeding 6 months or 26 weeks at one time. Okay, so maximum 6 month or 26 week leave she can take. Maximum 12 months may be granted during the entire period of her service. So for entire period of her service, only 12 months leave she can take and 6 months at a time. Within the overall period of 12 months, leave may also be granted in case of miscarriage, abortion or MTB. So this 12-month leave which is given to any female employee for entire her service period, in that 12-month your miscarriage, at the time of miscarriage also if you want some leave, or at the time of abortion or at the time of medical termination of pregnancy, all those leaves which you are taking comes under this 12-month of leave. No employer shall knowingly employ a woman in any establishment during the 6 weeks immediately following the day of her delivery or her miscarriage. So from the day of a female employee's delivery or her miscarriage, from that day till 6 weeks, no employer shall call a female employee to the work. Okay, it is mandatory that you have to give 6 weeks of leave to her. In some institutions, 6-month leave is also granted to childless female employee for adopting a child who is below 1 year of age and has been adopted through proper legal process. So it is upon the discretion of the employer, but if they want, they can give 6 months of leave in case of adoption. Also, one point that the 12 month of leave is given for entire period of a female employee service. So suppose in that in her entire life she has switched 2 to 3 times in a company, then also total 12 months. Okay, it does not mean that in one company you are taking 12 months, then another again you can take 12 months. No. In the total period, how many companies you have changed, that does not matter. Only 12 months will be given to you. Next is, it can be combined with leave of any other kind subject to production of sufficient medical certificate. This means that suppose after delivery you have taken 6 months of leave and then you want any other leave, like suppose you want more leave, then you can take PL, or with proper submission of medical certificate you can take sick leave also. This point is mentioned here because in casual leave, CL, it cannot be combined with any other leave. Suppose you have taken, you want 5 or 6 days of leave, you cannot do like you take 4 days of CL, then you take 2 days of PL. CL cannot be combined with any other leave. That's why this point is mentioned that maternity leave can be combined with any other leave, maybe PL or sick leave. An employee should have worked at least 80 days in 12 months preceding the date of expected delivery. Okay, so from the date of your delivery preceding 12 months, you should have come at least 80 days. Okay, you should have worked at least 80 days in the office. What is paternity leave? Paternity leave is given to male employee with less than 2 surviving children. So paternity leave is a leave given to a male employee when his wife is going to give birth, okay, or when he's going to become father. So for maximum 15 days of leave can be given to him, and if he want, he can take 15 days leave in a stretch, or he can break down that leave, and up to 6 months he can take 3 days 2 days karke he can take up to 6 months of leave. And only for 2 children this 15 days leave is given. After that no leave is given to him, and this leave is granted during his wife's confinement. Means when his wife is in labor or just going to give birth, from that day he can take leave up to 15 days. Next is, what is sabbatical leave? This is a very important kind of leave for female employees. It was introduced in 2015 by Government of India. This is the maximum 2 years of sabbatical leave may be granted in overall period of service for female employees. As we know that female employees have lot of responsibility in terms of their families, or when they have children. So due to this, many female employees tend to leave their jobs. So to avoid those, to support female employees, the Government of India has introduced that they will be granted 2 years of sabbatical leave in the entire period of her service. So she can take maximum 2 years in her full period of service. Minimum 3 months leave should be taken at a time. So suppose she is applying for leave, then minimum 3 months leave she should take, and maximum 2 years she can take. This leave is sanctioned for some specific purpose only, like for taking care of her child, or taking care of her parents, or any family member who is seriously ill and no one is there to take care of their parents. You have to provide sufficient proof for taking these leaves, and on health ground. Suppose you are seriously ill, then you can take this 2 years of leave. This leave is without pay or any other allowance. During this period of leave, you will not get any pay, but yes, your job will be saved. After your leave get finished, you can join your job. Though this leave is applicable in government departments, several private institutions are also having the policy of sabbatical leave. It was actually initially introduced by Government of India for government departments, but nowadays various private institutions are also adopting this policy. One point I missed in the maternity leave, that while you are in the maternity leave or you are in the paternity leave, you will get all the benefits, like you will get full salary and allowance except travel allowance. Thank you. This was all for this lecture. See you in the next section. Bye bye.